This isn't going to work well.
It's fun.
On today's broadcast, we are going to be talking about our new channel, and the big topic is things I've learned. We want to know the most significant thing you've learned over in chat, live from my hobby room. This is Track Smack.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? It's time for Track Smack. And now your host, just a regular guy.
Yeah, just a regular guy coming to you on the new channel here on Track Smack, the Track Smack channel. If you're watching this on another channel, you're not, because it's only on this channel. Hey, some people got the message, some people didn't, but I got to tell you, all the cool kids are hanging over in chat right now. By the way, welcome to the new channel. This is awesome. It's a free-for-all. No sponsors. No whatever. I don't know. We're making it sound like we're liberated over here at TrackSpec. So, good morning, everyone. The topic today is what I've learned, basically, as a modeler. And here's the thing. Lately, working in here on my different modeling projects, my model railroad, sometimes I go, what was I thinking? And so it got me thinking, what was I thinking? There you go. What kind of things have I learned? What's significant? Maybe something I can pass on to some of you folks, but also let's hear what you have to say about things you've learned, something significant, not just like, I learned I don't like the color brown. Because, who cares? Frankly, nobody cares if you like brown or not. Hey, you better like brown. Oh, we're off to a great start. To get things started, I want to head over to chat. Boom. Good morning, people over in chat. How are you this morning? Chat's been blowing up, people, since I don't know, 5 in the morning. Boom. That's what we do on this channel. Boom, boom, boom. So anyway, hey, just going down the list, I got some blue names with wrenches. Ron Piskel's here. Norman Rose here. D and RGW Ironhurst Root, that's Mr. Brian Jones, is here. Shannon Tapia, Steve Arnold. Oh, and if any of our other moderators show up, you'll have to get it next week because I don't have time to moderate you right now. But those guys with blue names and blue wrenches are the moderators. They're here to make sure you have a good time. Keep the show moving. Keep us on topic. And they're going to boot the naughty people right the hell off my show. Because we can say that now. And actually, it's not just my show, bro. Not anymore. I've handed off ownership of this broadcast to our moderators. It's a team effort, people. So give them a big thank you and give them a boom when you get a chance. But let's go say good morning to some people. Dave Hudson, good morning from Colorado. Good morning, Dave. Scully Hill River Valley. Hey, Brian, Steve. By the way, I can't talk, as always. And it's just coffee, too. You know, I talk better when I've been drinking, but let's not go there. Different channel. Dwayne Ernst, good morning. William Sullivan, New Fenris Railroad, good morning. Dwight Curley, good morning. Possum Bayou, how you feeling, bro? Good morning. Mike Vachas here. Cowboy Valley and Timberline Junction Railroad, Claude Christ is here. Otis Tooley, boom. Good morning, Otis. Barn full of trains. Okay, listen. Apparently, people got the message, and we're over there in chat. So listen, you guys have a good time over there. Make sure to participate in the broadcast. So I'm going to just fire the first shot. It's what I do. Boom, on the main cam. It's my show. So here's kind of an idea, kind of a sample, if you will, of what I'm talking about, all right? Over at the old place, I had the original, okay, I think a gnat went in here, bro. It's terrible. The original Brown Smith Railroad was 12 inches deep, ran along an 11-foot wall and a 7-foot wall. And I built that railroad, and I made trees and structures and all kinds of modeling stuff, people, and I ran trains for days. It was awesome. I loved it. Hey, I got to clean the track. What's the big deal about cleaning track? Takes me 5 minutes. Hey, I got to lay some track. What's the big deal? That takes me about 5 minutes. Blah, 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 right? Okay. But like some people, you dream about something bigger, bro. And so when we moved over here, I'm like, I'm going big boy, baby. I'm growing up. So I put in this double deck monstrosity you see behind me. Part of the railroad's actually behind the wall as it traverses its way up to the second deck. And that's awesome. Boom, boom, boom. Right up until you realize when you have a layout or a railroad that's 20 times the size of your previous one, guess what else happens? Who wants to guess? Should I just tell you? I think I'll tell you. 20 times the freaking headaches. I am not kidding you. Those of you who have, let's say, smaller layouts and you're like, wow, I want a big railroad like those guys have, just consider what you're biting off. It's hard to chew and it swallows. Wrong. The illustration petered out there. My apologies, rail fans. Seriously. Oh, my track's a little dirty. I'm going to clean the track. You know how much track that is to clean? And then I did this thing where I've got the railroad behind the railroad. I got to get back there and clean the track. Now, it is accessible, but I realized I kind of need to be a contortionist unless I clean the garage. B, as I get older, that track's not going to get cleaned. I got to roll up the garage door. Oh, my gosh. So the bigger the layout, the bigger the headache. So be careful what you wish for, because if you get it, well, if it works, it's kind of cool, frankly. But if you don't, oh my gosh, what a problem. Anyway, that's one of the things that occurred to me. Boom, let's go over to chat. What are you guys thinking about that kind of thing? Something like that. It's like, oh, I can't wait until boom, and then boom, right? It just sort of peters out. What do you got over there? Shannon Tapia says, I think Steve needs a mow train. I don't even know what that is. Maybe we should all put one together for him for Christmas. A mow train. Is that a train that'll just drive around cleaning my track? Or are you talking about the Mohawk, bro? I'm just saying, don't diss the hawk. Let's see. What else you got? You guys have... Hey, look at Rob Tiemann bringing a good one in. They say, kiss, keep it simple, stupido, until you can handle the larger layouts. Well, you know, indirectly, that's directed at me. And oh, man, even from the hobby room, I can hear the terriers barking. Oh, by the way, it was 4th of July on Thursday, for those of you who are un-American and didn't know that. You commies! So the trash guys are delayed a day, right? My trash cans are right out there. I've already heard one trash truck go by. They make one heck of a noise. So if you hear that happening, understand, we're in the hobby room as regular guys. Back over to chat. Tim Hansen saying, kiss, keep it simple, small. Yeah, well, where were you guys when I was building this damn thing? Let's see. Anybody else? Norman Rose says a cleaning car. Is that a mow train? I need a cleaning. Actually, I have a cleaning car. Ooh, where's my... Oh, shoot. I had my my throttle around here somewhere. I don't know where it went. But see back there? See them two locomotives way back there? Them are my EMD, I think EMD C4400 CWs. I don't know. They're modern, big, old, spanking 6-axle diesel locomotives. And those things, they're made by Cato, the ones I have here. And I put the chips in them, and I've been running them on the layout. And these things are smooth. They pull like a mother flocker. And it's amazing. Those two guys, I believe, could push the track cleaning car up the grade. I'm pretty confident. As soon as I dig it out of this mess, I'll let you know, bro. Still over in chat. Charles McClure says, I'm starting with a 2x4. Not a bad, like a 2x4, because you could actually do that. You could take a 2x4 and just barely you could fit a crossover onto it. I'm not certain how much fun that'll be, but, you know, you go with your 2x4 self. Anyway, sometimes I like to whisper. So it's still over there. Otis Tooley. My O scale is 65 inches wide. and 104 inches long. I have to get up and walk around on my layout just to clean it. You walk around on your layout? Whoa! You can't do that on my layout. You know, this is, if you guys saw the video from last Thursday, 2x4. It's not a 2x4. 2 foot hanging off, cantilevered off the wall with no legs under it. Nope. I engineered it and glued it, screwed it, and tattooed it in such a way that this thing doesn't go anywhere. So for those of you who think I need legs, you're right if you're talking about me being a biped. But if you're just talking about my railroad, don't need the legs, bro. Boom, still over in chat. We've got Bill Lane kicking in one, says, better pre-planning. I have to rip out a small yard to replace number 5s with number 6 turnouts. And you know something? That is part of the learning curve, isn't it? For me, well, I'll tell you, I discovered something last night. Actually, look, let's go to the auxiliary cam. There you go. See that? There on the right, that's the back. See, I'm over here, by the way. Hi, everyone. This is my railroad. Anyway, what you see over there is the backdrop I've been putting in. I did that kind of as an MRBP episode. You guys will get to see some of that too. And then, of course, the main line is coming through over there. Well, here's the problem. I was in a hurry, and so I put in the main line, and I've been running trains on it without a single problem. Okay, well, there was one, and I fixed it. It was back there. But I fixed it. Cut me some slack, people. So I decided before I get too carried away, let's put in the backdrop. Now, 2 points we're going to cover right now. One is about sequence of events. The other one is about being in too damn big a hurry. Okay? I wanted my main line running. I want my main line. So I ran the track, made it happen. Flawless track work for a change, by the way. And then on, Wednesday night, I decided to put in this backdrop and shoot it for video and whatnot. So I did, but what I did not realize I was doing as I installed it was destroying the back track, because I did it at a sequence because I was in a hurry. As I'm putting the backdrop in, and I didn't notice it was happening, but in 4 or 5 spots back on the reversing loop and down there on the main, I must have pushed hard enough to break the rail free from the tie plates. And so, baby, I got to replace me. I tried super gluing it into place. And that brings me to one other thing that I've learned, and then we'll go back over to the chat. The right thing to do would have put in the backdrop and then the main line. Boom. I think everybody knows that. Only ridiculous dunderheads like me do it a different way. But what I also then, as a subsequent learning experience, is now it's not right. So I could go make it right, or I could use super glue and pins and nails and files to try to make what I have work. Do it right, or make what you have work. I decided I'm going to go cut that track out and replace it. What a drag. Whatever. Anyway, that's another thing. People, do it in sequence. If you're not sure, ask the sequence. Don't do what I did and run ahead only to find out I was in such a hurry, it's going to cost me more time. By the way, why the hell am I in a hurry? Why are any of us in a hurry? The journey is the destination. Oh, today on TraxMag, Steve Brown says the journey is the destination. And boom, over to chat. I can hear a trash truck. So, JVANAMB, Jim, how you doing? Steve, should you look beneath your monitor, you may find your NCE throttle. Really? Nope, it's not here. Actually, oh, it's way over there. I wonder if I can get to it real quick. What do you get? Well, I have nothing to do. Hold on a second. We're going to reach over here. It's my wireless throttle. What do you say we run a choo-choo real quick? Because now that we're in the hobby room, we can run the choo-choo. There it goes. Choo-choo. You know, for those of you regular modelers tuning in, please understand, this is a show about modeling in general, but we have a slant towards model railroading because that's where a lot of us came from. So I'm very excited. Here comes my train. Isn't this cool? I'm loving it. All right, there it goes. Later on, we'll see it show up over here, unless it derails somewhere, in which case you get to see that happen. Still over in chat, Ron Piskel says, you're getting all zen on us. Yeah, you know, I figured for this first inaugural live broadcast on this channel, we would just explore. We'd push boundaries and see how many thumbs downs we get. Maybe, you know, I think the thumbs downers are waiting on the other channel. I'm going to thumbs down this show. And they're not so much over here. So anyway, Rob Tiemann chiming in with choo-choo. Yeah. It's okay to be silly in the hobby room, baby. Shannon Tapia, whoa, with a wrench. I'm waiting to see you run your new edition. Shannon, one of the things that, give me a minute and I'll talk about that, I think. NS5107, aka Chazco, is saying, howdy. Hey, Chaz, can you just be Chazco? Wouldn't that be awesome? Instead of, oh, here comes the train. Hold on. We interrupt this broadcast to bring you this live action with our BNSF consist stack train. Look at that, people. Doesn't that look fun? Look at that. Oh. This is the first time on a live broadcast I've run trains. And there he goes. Choo choo. All right. Boom. Back over to chat. Dwayne Ernst. Always changing. I'm adding another mountain, possibly a spur. You go with your mountainous spur self, Dwayne. Okay, you guys can't see it, but the train is going through the busted part of the track, which I temped. We'll see if it comes back. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from this hobby room. The locomotives made it. They made it through the reversing loop. I'm still going to change out that track. But ready? Here we go. It's coming. It's coming. Really? Where's the train? There it is. Boom. Heading back up to the top deck. Oh, this is exciting stuff. Boom. Still over in chat. SGTron 116. When I scaled back from my bigger layout to more reasonable layout, I had to tear out 99% of the track and relaid it. Much happier. You know, I'll tell you something on that. And thank you for bringing that up. You'll notice as we move forward on the other channel, it's my railroad. I'm just concentrating on the bottom deck. The top deck is storage with a turnaround loop because someday we're going to expand it that direction, but not right now. And once I bit that off and decided, let's just throttle back, bro. I'm much happier with the fact that I'm not trying to lay all this track, especially when you're trying to do, make videos about it. Laying track. How much track laying can you people stomach? Honestly. So I'm pretty happy with the fact that I made that decision. And I'm trying to decide, though, if I should finish the Brownsville yard or go back to Fertile Valley. I don't really know. Oh, did you hear that? That was my tortoise switch motors switching automatically to a line to let the train go back up the single track main. Whatever. We're supposed to be over in chat. What's going on? Union N-Scale Pacific Evanston Subdivision. That's Roy Smith from Panama. Whew, I love doing that. He says, no reason to hurry when building the layout. Maybe that's why it's taking me so long. Sometimes if you get in a hurry to build the layout, all you do is honk it up. That's what I've decided. Not only that, you take on this unreasonable pressure. It's like, I got to get done. Well, you're never going to be done. So get done with what? In my case, and Cindy Brown, the First Lady of Model Railroading, reminded me, you said you wanted your main line complete so you could do what you're seeing there. Just run your trains. And she was right. So since then, I've throttled back a little bit. I'm not in too big a hurry. It's just that, oh, there it goes. It's done. All right. Well, there's a place back there where the track, and I thought I fixed it. That's one of the pieces I have to replace. Well, at least you got to see the train run a little bit. Ron Bisco the Wrench says, it's not a hobby, not a race. Oh, wait. It's a hobby, not a race. Fertile Valley. Boom. We have a vote. We have a thumbs up for Fertile Valley. Vote now while you can. All right. You guys hang out over in chat for a minute while I do this. See that? We brought some stuff over from the other channel. All right. So last Thursday, I just kicked my tripod. I'm sorry, everyone. Everything's falling apart. Except me, baby, because I am keto strong. Hey, so last Thursday, put out another video on It's My Railroad, talking about how I laid out all that main line. Now, this coming Thursday, you're going to see me install the track. I think 2 turnouts, and then we're going to move on from there. Once that is installed, so far we have a vote to go back to Valley de Fertile, back to Fertile Valley, and we'll be doing that. Also, those of you who have subscribed over to the Dirt Chic Studios channel, or as the cool kids call it, DCS, boom, that video has actually been cut. A little bit of editing left on it, which I'll have done today. Uploaded Tuesday morning, 6 o'clock, then 3 Tuesdays in a row. You're going to see how I built that totally awesome diorama. Links in the description below. One final thing to point out. Thanks to all of you who watched last Saturday's, I say giveaway, final featuring the First Lady of Model Railroading. It was huge. It's the live event, and then the replay is nearly tied with the David Pop video and the Kathy Millett video when they were on the broadcast on a Saturday morning. Oh, who wants a little insider information? Who wants some insider intel? I'm looking at chat. Everybody's quiet. They're waiting. Boy, I don't know if it's too soon to do this, but okay. Last Saturday on the broadcast on that other channel, we had a surprise guest appearance, didn't we? Who was on the broadcast in chat last Saturday? In addition to me, one of the most well-respected modelers on the planet, Luke Towan showed up in chat last week, blew our minds, very excited. You know, most of us have learned a ton from what this creative genius does with structures and scenes and scenery. It is amazing. And my top 3 influences are David Pop, Kathy Millett, and Mr. Luke Towan. Well, I went and did it. I don't have Luke's email address. I tried to get to him off his website. Wasn't happening. So, Kathy, if you're watching, again, I owe you a favor, okay? I sent an email to Kathy Millett, and I said, I don't have Luke's email address. Can you forward this off to him about sending me email to be on the show? And so she did. Boom! So I don't know if for sure. Luke, I mean, come on. He's got 900,000 subscribers. He's just a beast when it comes to his channel and the stuff that he does. And, you know, right now we've got 87 people watching the show. Normally it's like 150, about 150 people. It's 87. So who could blame him if he was like, I'll watch your show while drinking a beer, but I ain't going to be on it. So who can blame him? Anyway, that may be coming up. Anyway, what else have we learned significantly about being a modeler or in model railroading. Let's go back over to chat. Boom. You guys have any more thoughts on that? What's happening? What's going on? What are you doing? Let's see. Shannon Tappy is like, at Luke Towan, are you here today? He may be, he's stealthy. Irishman Wolfhound, a lot of nice people want some cool stuff. That was fun. Oh, let's go to that real quick. Congratulations to all of the winners from last week's drawing, or earned points deal, when you earn the points. This week, I think starting today, it's been a stupid, crazy week with a short week and whatever. So Cindy Brown, the First Lady of Model Railroading, and myself are going to start packing that stuff up today during the course of the week, going to ship it out. So I think we can do it where I get you a tracking number so you know it's coming and you get all excited because your train stuff's coming. It was awesome, by the way. A lot of good people want some good stuff. A lot of great people entered into the contest. Something else I've learned. Do not do a multi-week giveaway contest. It was a noble idea, sounded like a lot of fun. It was a ton of work. And probably won't do it again, just saying. But we'll have some coffee while we go back over to chat. Boom, over to chat. Let's see. Whoa, what are you guys saying in chat? We got to. Wow, I just went dead air. I'm so sorry. Anybody over there experiencing any earthquakes? Because we have been. It's totally a lot of fun. We could have one right now. Junk could fall off the shelves, bro, while we're working on the show. Let's see. Dwayne Ernst, biggest thing I changed was when I took out all my Atlas turnouts and put in Picos. I love me some Pico turnouts, quite frankly. I love the spring. I run the Insel Frog version, so I don't have to deal with juicing my turnouts. I just run trains on it. It's a lot of fun. Rick Bailey's saying there's no quakes on the east. Well, yeah, but you guys get all that hurricane stuff and tsunami. Well, tsunami, I guess not. Back over to chat. Flyboy 2610, no earthquakes, just rain. Boy, are we heading off topic, and it's my fault. Anyway, I hope you guys are all okie dokie. What else have I learned about modeling? We're going to do I'm trying to figure out how to present this properly, but we're going to do maybe a track smack that addresses this question. How come if you put a railroad in the video, model railroad in the video, the channel is this big? If you make nearly the same video without a choo-choo, you get that kind of viewership. Now, people know it. People understand it. Our soon-to-be good friend Luke Towan understands that. If you make a video with a train in it, viewership goes way down. Subscriptions way down. There's something about the modeling world. This is just part of the modeling world here, right? We just have a train running. We model train stuff. I could model tanks. I could model aircraft. I could model 2 ATM6 Imperial Walkers and put it in a diorama on the Dirt Chic Studios channel. I could do that. But if you put a train, people don't watch. And I've got, I think I know why. Well, it's not that people don't watch. There's plenty of people in this tight-knit community that'll watch whatever we put out because we're all model railroaders. But on the larger context of being a modeler, over the next week or so, you guys ought to be thinking about, so we can have a discussion about it. How come if you put a train in that video, people don't watch, or not as many people watch? Anyway, that's a question for all of you to answer. Okay, that was a little deep, a little quiet. Let's go, boom, back over to chat. I want some chat stuff. Let's see. Where is your water tank compared to your railroad, Steve? You mean my water heater? Well, it's right there. I've got a water heater. I've got 4 feet. And then I've got all my electronics that I'm going to show you on Thursday. And then the hobby room. So it's got a little thinger on there where the water will come out and run along the bottom of the layout and out onto the street. It would probably just really wreak havoc if that water heater blew. But we're in California, so the earthquake, the water heater is strapped to the wall. It can't go anywhere unless the wall goes somewhere. And if that's the case, whatever with my railroad. That's some funny stuff. Laugh at it, punk. So, Tim Hansen, there's less than 150 people because you ran the train. Tim Hansen, throwing it, here's the thing. That's so funny. I was trying to decide if I wanted to continue to do the show from the hobby room or go back up to the studio. And quite frankly, I think I like the studio better. It's pretty cramped in here. So maybe for special broadcasts, for that kind of stuff, I can take you down here, but I kind of like it up there. It's a little bit bigger. Although it does work up the first lady with my booming DJ voice tonight on Track Smack. So, yep, ran a train, boom, all of a sudden attendance went down. God, that sucks. Hey, where was I going with that? Oh, yeah. SP and 53 daylight and overnight. I think for static modelers, putting a train in is now more RC than super detailed modeling. That's an interesting thought. I thought it was something, I was thinking more sinister, more Debbie Downer, but maybe so. It's like, well, this isn't modeling, this is remote controlling, therefore I'm not interested. The thing is, it's all the same, though. I was watching some RC videos on YouTube, some place, I don't know where they were, Germany or something, over in Europe. And they're running like these RC trucks that look like the real thing. They bring an RC truck in, loaded with logs, and then they have got an RC, by RC, we mean remote control, loader, like the kind I drive on the job site, but it has, log grabbers on the front, reaches in, takes the logs off. They have beep, 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 beepers when they back up. Lights are flash and they move and they unload. And you see them all working, but the cool part of it is they're super detailed, like somebody took the real thing and shrunk it down. That blows my mind. It makes me want to do something like that because it's totally cool modeling. I watched a guy build a 777 Dreamliner aircraft. Thing's 8 feet long. He built it from scratch, put the skin on it, put turbofan engines on it, and flew it. And it was like an 8-part series, something like that. I watched all of them. I binged it. And it was awesome. It made me want to go model that. So, if I'm going to have to be the voice of it's all modeling people, then maybe that's what I'm going to be. Maybe you as a community can join me in this quest. Ooh, I'm getting evangelical. Not really. No offense to evangelical people. Mike Vacha, I like it in the hobby room, but get the space issues. Yep. It's matter of fact, when I leave here, between here and the layout and the beer fridge, it's about 18 inches. But I'm on my hobby table, which is cool. Irishman Wolfhound brings up this is pretty cool. I think of trains as moving scenery. Here's what else I've learned. That reminds me of it. Thank you, Wolfhound. Boom. I originally, when I was getting into railroading, model railroading, it was to do a lot of switching ups, do all kinds of operations, and I still dig doing that. Problem is, I rarely get a chance to anymore because I'm always building something on the freaking railroad. But with what I'm going to do with the yard over here, and then with where the rest of it's laid out, I'll be able to do some switching ops again. But I noticed on the old BSR, when I was just letting the train run wild through both reversing loops, I would just sit there and watch it run through all my scenes. I would look at it from this angle and look at it from that angle. And it was a ton of fun just watching the train run through the scenery. And so for the most part, what you're going to find specifically here on the bottom deck is just a train running wild. I just like watching it when it comes up this incline here and goes around and then croaks right there. I just love watching that happen. So my perspective has changed on it for a little bit. And it is just kind of like building like the trees I made for the ATM6 diorama. You'll see that in coming weeks on that channel. I'm going to make a video showing you how I made those trees, because just making that tree was awesome and it had nothing to do with running choo-choo trains, but it didn't have to. I will make that same tree or one like it and stick it over here in Fertile Valley just because I make trees and it's awesome. So anyway, trains as moving scenery. Someday I will actually have to weather my trains so they don't look like brand new out of the box locos and rolling stock. Boom, over to Chap. Pretty awesome. Thanks for setting me off down that path. Hey, Cloverdale Rail is here. Marcel, how long have you been here, dude? I didn't see you earlier. Boom, now you've got a wrench. Tim Hansen, Mountainous Second Deck. You know, Tim, again, I was contemplating that's where all the ops will be, right? I got a big yard and tons of industries, but I'm starting to rethink that a little bit. I don't know. The bottom half is designed where I run a train from this yard to that yard. I can still do that. But over here, I've got Switch Junction that's got like 3 industries, plus the logging camp and coal mine. So that's 5 industries. The port's got 5. So that's 10 industries. That's respectable. Up top, we're going to have the concrete plant. We're going to have a power station to receive the coal, sawmill, maybe another 10 up there, but maybe if I'm just totally into watching trains run, rethink how I do that. I don't know. Vote for it over in chat. Norman Rowe with a wrench is saying up to 92 in the house. I think people got lost. Well, you know how YouTube is, right? Sometimes people don't get the notification that we've got a show, even though the other channel says we have a show. And here's what I've learned. Even though this show happens every Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific, people go, I didn't get the notification. Well, you know it's Saturday morning at 7 a.m. Pacific, people. Anyway, whatever. Chazco, has anyone else noticed how yellow rolling stock looks plastic more so than other colors? Wow, is that true? I've never noticed that. I've got some yellow rolling stock. Well, I've never noticed that. No, I'm good. Thanks for checking. I'm good. Rick Bailey, here's my 2 cents. All right. I haven't pre-read this. Let's see what happens. When you focus a camera on a train, I feel forced to look at the train and I think, look, another boxcar. But when you back out and your eyes have a chance to look away at more scenery. I see what you're saying. When you're focused on the train, you're focused on the train. But if the train is ancillary to the scene, then you sort of look at the scene. You know, that's a good concept. That's a good idea. Because what I have an idea for a project for DCS, Dirt Cheek Studios, where part of it will be what I'm going to be doing to build the orchard scene as a diorama, but it's part of the layout. So there's going to be a choo-choo train track in it. But if that's not the focus, maybe that's okay. I also want to scratch build my refrigerated storage transfer facility over in the port. I'm going to do that on DCS. The thing is, a train goes into it, but if the train's not the focus of it, perhaps people would watch it. Although, I'm not ashamed to be a model railroader. Let's get that straight right now. I run trains, baby. That's just how I rail. Back over to chat. RC's Rip Track. How you doing, John? Says, idea. Focus on a background model in the diorama and the train rolls through behind it. Yep, I think that works. Hey, also, Michael Towler. I want a shirt. Michael, go down in the description. There's a link to the Etsy channel or Etsy store. There should be. Anyway, let me know if it works. If it doesn't work, sorry. But we got this one here. Whatever. It's my railroad, and it's got my logo on the back. But we're coming up with a new line of shirts on demand. These with the two colors, the front and the back, it's expensive, and there's nothing I can do about it. But we're going to get some that just say whatever, it's my railroad. I also want to have one that says, stay calm and rail on. Boom. That's what I'm talking about. That ought to be fun. I like that one too. And then whatever. So you're going to see that coming in the future. Hey, something else that I've learned. Here's something significant that I've learned. Give yourself some free time. Now, this probably doesn't apply to most of you. All right. You probably have plenty of free time to, like, I don't know, do yard work. I don't know, whatever. Hang out with the family. Boom. Wouldn't that be nice? And it just what seems to happen here, though, is every time I get a hole in my schedule, I fill it with more schedule, and it doesn't work. I ended up with 4 channels on YouTube, and they're all active now as of today. And why? Why do I have so many damn channels? I don't even know. But it takes a lot of work, and luckily one of the shows, Dirt Guide Drive Time, I do from my truck on my way home from work, so it's kind of low overhead. But white space, that's what I'm talking about. I'm going to go up. You hear the trash truck? I can hear it. I'm going to go all zen on you again. There has to be margins, and right now I think I'm in a little deep right now between It's My Railroad, Track Smack, Dirt Chic Studios, Dirt Guy Drive Time, and then the show I do with Cindy Brown, First Lady of Model Railroading, on Sunday nights. Not a lot of white space, frankly. And it really takes its toll. I sleep about, I don't know, 5.5, 6 hours a day to make up for it. And every now and then we get lucky and Cindy Brown and I can sit down and watch a TV show or something together. But for the most part, I'm either out here or up in the studio. So, and while I'm saying that on that subject, that's going to have a bit of an impact on what's coming from It's My Railroad, specifically because I don't have the time, unfortunately, to make like a 30-minute video every week. I'm going to do the best I can, and some of it may just be layout updates, but we'll see how that goes. Anyway, whatever. Let's go back over to Chad. Boom, over in Chad. What are you guys doing? Shannon Tapia with a wrench says, I make free time. Wow, do you? Are you selling it? Can I buy some? That was hysterical. I'm so funny. I don't even know what to do with myself. Clover Day Rail, Marcel. Cool. I think I grew out of my other shirt. That is because you're not on keto, baby. I'm just saying, Marcel. Moving on. Ron Piskel with a wrench is going, I have zero free time anymore. I'm lucky I have Saturday mornings for an hour to be here. Well, you know, the cool thing is, because this is a show that I do here, that now we do here, I have to be here. Don't have a choice. So there you go. I will be here every Saturday morning, unless it's some weird thing happens and I gotta not be here. BNSF Northern Cali Trains. Hey, Steve, many moons ago to talk about an engine house you were going to build. You visited the UP station where they had one. Are you planning on still building that? Jerry, I still have it over there. Never got finished. But 2 things. One, on Model Railroader Video Plus, they have the State Line Kit Bash Challenge. And on that show, I took a kit and I made a single engine version of that using some of the same techniques plus some kit bashing. And it came out real nice. You'll see it over here in Brownsville Yard. But I still intend to, up top, make one that'll take 6-axle diesels and a couple of them and continue with it. The thing is, I've learned more, like, don't use super glue on plastic models ever. Okay? All right. Because it's coming apart already. Super glue sucks when it comes to styrene. Sorry, I'm just saying it. I made a big deal about I like using it, and my models are falling apart. So skip it, bro. So when we get back up there, I intend to finish that off because I thought it was a really cool idea. It's a really cool project. Oh, can I stutter? Can I do this again? So I won't tell you how, but I'll tell you, we got some new stuff coming. Some new toys coming here, baby. Y'all know what a 3D printer is? Huh? A 3D printer, baby. Yep. I've recently sourced the funds to acquire one. As a matter of fact, one of the things I want to talk to Luke about is he's got like 3 of them, I think. What's the best one? What's the good one? And why? I'm going to get me one of those. And now for some of this modeling stuff, if I can't find, I don't know, a vent detail I want on one of my structures, I'm going to make one. Boom, done. You feel me on that? We're not screwing around over here, people. But I got something else coming too. You guys know what a cricket is, cutter, or a silhouette? You know what those are? It's like you put in a mat with some vinyl and it goes and it cuts it out. It's totally awesome. My wife, Cindy Brown, the craftinista of crafting, has 2 of them. We're getting a 3rd one. I got the idea from watching Kathy Millett take some foam and make brick out of it with her Cricut. And I thought it was amazing. That's so outside the box. It blew my mind. But they make them beefy enough to cut styrene. Whoa! That's right, people. So I have plans for a video where I will be designing, and I think it's going to be the refrigerated storage transfer facility. I think I'm going to design it, output it, and then use this thing like a CNC cutter and cut all my pieces out, my big pieces. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? It's going to be awesome. And then I'll show you guys how I did that. Now, coming up, any of those files for making parts or for making the Cricut stuff or whatever, anything that I use that is something that can be downloaded, we're going to make that available to our Patreons because someday we're going to have a Patreon page. Apparently, it's a thing. I didn't even know. I haven't had one before. Moving on, back over to chat. What do you guys think of that stuff over there? Where's my chat window? Boom, there it is. What do you guys think of that? Little 3D printing action, a little Cricut cutting out action, and the terriers just barking their fuzzy little heads off. Hey, Sparky 107 with a wrench is being referred to. Where are you, Sparky? I don't see you in chat. I don't see a Sparky here. All right, there he is. Hey, Sparky, how you doing? Welcome to the broadcast. All right, what else we got? Shannon Tapia is saying Patreon page, whoop, whoop. Why would you be excited about a Patreon page? I'm the one getting the money. I don't do this for the money. If I did this for the money, I'd be homeless. SPM 53 daylight and overnight. If you want to use CA on styrene and have it last, you have to composite it with tissue paper. I'm not certain what that means, but the tissue paper acts like a binder. Like the super glue is the resin and the tissue paper is the fiberglass. Am I getting it right? I just pulled that out of my head right now. It's totally awesome. Dave Hudson, boom, getting into it. Janet Norton, resin for N-scale details. PLA/ABS for structure size stuff. Resin for N-scale details. DTLs? What? Do I even speak English anymore? Let's see. Well, that's pretty awesome stuff. So what else do you guys have? We are long in the broadcast. And, Shannon Tapia. Hold on a second. Hold on. I'm sorry about that. It just occurred to me that I'm in the hobby room right now. And I have something awesome right here. I'm holding in my hand a deed. A deed to the 2-truck Shay road number 521. It's a deed from No Name Railroad to the Brownsmith Railroad. I was deeded officially on parchment paper, by the way. This little gem. Oh, see. Well, can you see that? Look at that. Y'all know my favorite locomotive ever is a 2-truck Shay, right? This is a 2-truck Shay. Right here. Road number 521. Road name BSR. Shannon Tapia from way down under. I'm trying to be gentle with it, bro. Made all that happen and sent it to me. What the heck is that all about? Who does something like that? So I got to wrap this broadcast up, but here's what I'm saying. I now have 2-truck Shays. A super cool one and the lame one that I sort of butchered to make work. Back over here in Switch Junction, there's enough room for 2 trains, 2 Shays. This one will be running ops from Switch Junction to the logging camp. The other one will be running ops from Switch Junction to the coal mine. And I've decided, like, as soon as a smidge more time's got to go by for me to finish some stuff, I am going to make an ops video showing both Shays at work, and it's going to be totally awesome. So Shannon Tapia, thank you so much for this. You can expect to see it featured live. Well, not live. See it in an upcoming IMRRR episode. Let's go over to chat one more time before we button this thing up, see what's happening over there. Rob T-Man, 2 hands, please. Looks great. Yeah, right. I do not want to drop this bad boy. It's whether there's even a little guy inside the train running the train. It's amazing, people. It's the first locomotive ever to be on this layout that has the actual BSR on it. So it'll live forever in infamy. Plastic Butcher Rick is saying, too cool. Jeff's train's cool. RC's Rip Track. Ooh, ops video. Sparky 107 with a wrench says, Steve, look at my video on the cab ride. I would think it is not too far from you. Only 40 minutes from San Jose. I think I will. All right, Sparky. Thank you for that tip. Shannon saying, you're welcome. No, throw a shrimp on the Barbie for me, if you know what I mean, bro. Almar, great show again. Saw it, Sparky, great video. Hey, listen, one final thing to point out. A lot of those names show up Sunday nights, 6 Pacific, to watch the show Cindy Brown, the First Lady of Model Railroading, and myself do on her channel, Supposedly Chic. So if you're still with us this late in the broadcast, that means you actually give a crap about what comes out of our mouths and out of our studios. There's a link in the description. You need to click it. You need to get there. You need to sub. You need to show up. And then I'm even a bigger dork on that show. Sorry, Cindy. Love you, babe. Well, anyway, hey, everyone over in chat, thank you guys for being here on our inaugural This Channel live broadcast. And make sure to tune in for all the stuff we do during the course of the week. But other than that, again, thank you, moderators, for being a part of this show, making it happen, making it special. Thanks to all of you for tuning in. 90 people at one point. Thanks for making the migration over here. And we will see you again soon. And until next time, my name is Steve Brown. Rail on, my friends.